up for our roast, Mike.
Mike Morse, who Stuttering John thinks can't write. Let's see what he has to say, and then compare it to anything Stuttering John says.
Everybody. This is the first roast Bob Levy hasn't burned in 20 years. Nice haircut, Bob. Who knew that hair salons were allowed to use box cutters now? Boom, roasted. Thank you, everybody. I'd like to start off by saying Stuttering John was right. What a bunch of fucking losers we have on this stage. Holy shit. If there's a who's who of podcasting somewhere, what we have here tonight is a who gives a shit of podcasting. Swing and a miss. All right. Podcasting, how do you know podcasting isn't really show business? We have the members of 5 podcasts here and only 1 fucking Jew. That's how you know. As pathetic and as irrelevant these cocksuckers are, I'd like to start off by mentioning some of the characters of the Dabbleverse who are somehow even less important than these douchebags, like Ray DeVito. Ray couldn't be here. He lost his laundry basket and had no way to pack for the trip. You know, the next time Ray puts pen to paper, I hope it's to write a suicide note. Boom, roasted. All right. Blind Mike couldn't be here, but don't worry, we'll tell him that he was. Chad Zuma couldn't be here. He lost his passport to Kumia country. Yeah. Yes, Chad can't stomach the Zummick. Not to be confused with my co-host Anthony, 93% stomach Zenhauser. Boom, roasted. Speaking of things that are hard to stomach, let's talk about Clay Dabbler. Every time I see Clay Dabbler, I wish we had told Winston Churchill to go fuck himself in 1942. Clay's the only man who takes off a skeleton mask and scares children. He is such an ass kisser. I'm not saying he loves having his tongue up Stuttering John's ass, but Clay thinks The Human Centipede is a rom-com. Roasted. Listen, we can't talk about men lathering John's asshole with their saliva without mentioning Rob Saul. Yes! Unfortunately, Rob Saul couldn't be here for the roast. It was speed dating night at the North Shore Animal League. But here are some fun Rob Saul facts. Rob's favorite HBO show, Sex and the Shih Tzu. Bob is a dog fucker who takes the bus to work, or as he's known on the jitney, Rosa Barks. You know, that's not a beard he has on his face, it's poodle pubes.
That's good.
But enough about dog fuckers. Let's talk about someone who really screwed the pooch, Kevin Brennan. MLC used to have big numbers, but now the scales go down. Numbers go down every day. It's a lot like Vinnie Paulino's scale, but without the AIDS. I can't even stand to look at Kevin's face. If I wanted to see something pink, hairless, and covered in herpes sores, I'd go to April Imholt's OnlyFans page. Speaking of cunts, producer Joe is here. Producer Joe, he's in the back. We asked Frog to be here tonight so that Joey C wouldn't be the most annoying person in the room. Joe's voice sounds like something that would happen in a room where Ray Romano is getting ass fucked by Lorne Michaels while giving a hand job to Kermit the Frog. Contrary to what you've heard,
Ray Romano does sound like Kermit.
Trailer Trash Joe has a lovely home. If you don't believe me, go out in the parking lot and look at it. Roasted. As I mentioned, Joey C is here tonight, just where he belongs, as far away. Look at that fucking tracksuit. If you were a 1980s cartoon character, you'd be Ginzo Smurf. Patrick Melton is here. Patrick, yeah, there he is. There he is. Oh, good, he's back. I thought somebody had rolled him into Lake Ontario. Patrick is here. Patrick's a little disappointed. He wanted to do this roast on Wednesday because that's hump day. Look at that back. It looks like you're trying to smuggle a sea turtle out of here under your shirt. That's, Patrick, the last time I saw anything your size, it was being pulled past Macy's on Thanksgiving morning. That's the line. Okay. You can't insult Thanksgiving. Okay. Melton looks like Quasimodo, as opposed to Vinnie Paulino, who looks quasi-retarded. Vinnie Paulino, Moonhead is Vinnie Paulino's nickname, and also what you'd get from Kate Meany if you were an astronaut with cocaine. Kate Meany. She didn't want to come to Rochester in August. Apparently, she only likes places where there's plenty of snow. I'm not surprised that Kate befriended John. She was looking for a father figure. And who could be closer to her dad than John Melendez? Just like Kevin Meany, he's a chubby comedian who stopped having sex with women and hasn't performed on stage since 2016. I mentioned Rochester, and I love this city. Stuttering John always badmouthed it, but he bought a house in that shithole Cape Coral. I mean, what kind of stupid asshole would buy that? Carl Hamburger is here. Yeah, look at him. Carl, I don't know who you should sue first, your barber or your dentist. Carl has a face only a mother or wife could love. Having a mom-wife like Jenny Jingles is great. After sex, she makes the bed, straightens up the place, then goes back home to Carl. I'm kidding. I spent some, I missed one. Oh, yeah, that's all right. Let's talk about Obnoxious John. He's around here somewhere. Give it up for him. Yeah, look, I spent some time with OJ before the roast. Let me tell you, if Nicole Brown Simpson and Rod Goldman had met this OJ, they would have killed themselves. Let's not forget Tukey in Atlantic City. Tukey did something to Stuttering John that no one else had the guts to do. Stand close enough to smell him. Speaking of things that stink, Cardiff is here. Hey, Cardiff. Rounding out the triumvirate of rejected Pee-wee Playhouse characters. There he is. This room has more shifty-looking men wearing masks in it than an Apple store in San Francisco. That was for you, Kumia. There he is, the talking potato. What do you call someone who is half man, half vegetable? Oh, the Quadfather. Yeah, while we're on the Missy B is here. Missy is wearing sunglasses. I guess she burned Anthony's dinner again. Missy B is actually an adorable nickname that Anthony gave her. It's short for Missy, be quiet, I'll hit you again, bitch. And what's the big deal about Anthony liking younger women? Is it so wrong that he asked Missy to wear pigtails and put on a schoolgirl outfit? Kidnap a couple of 12-year-olds for him? No, that's... maybe. Yes, Anthony has faults, but say what you will about the man. But if it weren't for Anthony Cumia, we would have more than one black person in the audience tonight. I kid, I love Anthony Cumia. I say that because he has a gun and I have a fairly dark tan right now. So, speaking of disturbing tans, Bob Levy is here. Bob looks like something an Egyptian archaeologist just finished unwrapping. Bob, you're so dark and wrinkly, you look like a 1950s photograph of the last living former slave. It's good to see Pops Levy doing comedy again. Bob, feel free to relive your comedy heyday and pretend this is the middle of Pennsylvania and there are fire trucks parked over there. And now I'd like to talk about the money-grubbing, view-buying yin to Bob's incoherent, mumbling yang. Shuli Egar, yes. Don't worry, I said yin, not yid. All right, so Shuli Egar, or as the Palestinians call him, Exhibit A. I really want to thank Shuli for showing up tonight. Do you know how long it takes to dig a Jew tunnel from Alabama to Rochester? And he had to take time off from his job at Piggly Wiggly to be here. A Jew working at Piggly Wiggly. That's like Anthony Cumia working at Black Lives Matter. That's like Zenhauser working at Weight Watchers. That's like Stuttering John working. Of course, when it comes to the Uncle Rico show, last and least is Anthony Zenhauser. In an effort to lose weight, Zen had a band to put around his stomach. From the size of him, it looked like the band was Aerosmith. Laugh if you will, but Shuli's making a fortune being the after picture in Zen's Nutrisystem ads. Really, Zen, you look like somebody glued the cast of Duck Dynasty together. Well, I guess I should mention the barely human dumpster fire that is Stuttering John Melendez. I wish John were here. There's so many questions I love to ask. What's it like being part of a hugely successful radio show and then giving it up and ending what's left of your floundering career in obscurity? Seriously, Anthony Cumia, what's that like? Yeah. John says he's a helicopter parent. I haven't seen a helicopter parent that bad since Kobe Bryant. Nice. All right, he's not around. But back to the miniature Neanderthal shit for brains that is Stuttering John. John drinks so much, even the liver spots on his head have cirrhosis. That's... John, here, all right, we'll finish with this. John is so dumb. He thinks doggy style is Rob Saul's masturbation technique. John is so dumb. He thinks child support is buying Kate Meany a ring light. John is so dumb. He thinks an AA meeting is the way a stutterer says a meeting. John is so dumb. He thinks the phrase shit, shave, and shower are three things you do in a bathtub. John is so dumb. He thinks Transatlantic is a record label that wants to sign his son. And finally, John is so dumb. He actually thinks he is the Duke of the Dabbleverse when we know you guys and Dukes and Duchesses are the Dukes and Duchesses of the Dabbleverse. Thank you for being here with us. Thank you guys.
Let's hear it, Mike Morse, motherfuckers!